That means who's like us? Very few, and they're all dead. And here we go. The average Englishman in the home he calls his castle slips into his national costume, a raincoat patented by chemist Charles Mackintosh from Glasgow, Scotland. En route to his office, he strides along the English lane, surfaced by John McAdam of Ayr, Scotland. He drives an English car fitted with tyres invented by John Boyd Dunlop of Dryghorn, Scotland, arrives at the station and boards a train, the forerunner of which was a steam engine invented by James Watt of Greenock, Scotland. He then pours himself a cup of coffee from a thermos flask, the latter invented by Dewar, a Scotsman from Kincardine on Forth. At the office, he receives the mail bearing adhesive stamps invented by James Chalmers of Dundee, Scotland. During the day, he uses the telephone invented by Alexander Graham Bell, born in Edinburgh, Scotland. At home in the evening, his daughter pedals her bicycle, invented by Kirkpatrick Macmillan, blacksmith of Dumfries, Scotland. He watches the news on his television, an invention of John Logie Baird of Helensburgh, Scotland, and he hears an item about the US Navy, founded by John Paul Jones of Kirkbean, Scotland. He has by now been reminded too much of Scotland, and in desperation he picks up the Bible, only to find that the first man mentioned in the good book is a Scot, King James VI, who authorised its translation. Nowhere can an Englishman turn to escape the ingenuity of the Scots. He could take to drink, but the Scots make the best in the world. He could take a rifle and end it all, but the breech-loading rifle was invented by Captain Patrick of Pitfors, Scotland. If he escapes death, he might then find himself on an operating table, injected with penicillin, which was discovered by Alexander Fleming of Darvel, Scotland, and given an anaesthetic, which was discovered by Sir James Young Simpson of Bathgate, Scotland. Out of the anaesthetic, he would find no comfort in learning he was as safe as the Bank of England, founded by William Patterson of Dumfries, Scotland. Perhaps his only remaining hope will be to get a transfusion of good Scottish blood, which would entitle him to ask, "Wha's like us?" It's good, isn't it? Don't you think? I think that's fine. For a small country, you know, it's incredible. Such a small population that they'd invented all those things. Oh, to be fair, I mean, the English, they invented the tea bag. That's okay, I suppose, you know. The River Stinchar, you see it? Crossed over the River Stinchar. S-T-I-N-C-H-A-R, Stinchar. Okay, here's the underwear check. Here we go, okay. Sometimes they don't bother, they've just got their hands in their pockets, they just wave you through. And they should be loading in about 10 minutes. They might just whisk us through, you know? So try and look innocent, sit low in your seats and don't say a word. I'll leave the talking to me, you'll be alright. Look at them, ready to spring into action like young gazelles. Look at them, ready to go. Deck 5, as I thought, deck 5, and As you come off, look on there are some little sort of iron metal flanges and things on the floor. Just watch your ankles when you come off, and they're miles apart, but if you turn on one because you don't see it, then you could give your ankle a twist. See them? They're red here, they kind of just sit up. Just be aware when you put your feet down, just not to step on them or turn on them. You'll be absolutely grand, eh? Look at that, there's plenty of spaces here. Why can't we go right down that inside lane and out the bottom end? That would be nice. So, the stairs are to our right, folks, to our right. You just note the colour of the stairway, and you come back to that. When they call you, they'll say back to your drivers and coaches and foot passengers back, and you just come back. The coach won't be leaving here, I don't think. On the crossing, take everything with you that you need, and just see which stairway it is. There's a red or the blue? I think, I'm not sure if this is the red, I can't remember. Look at that, don't step off, fella. So you just go to the right, like everybody's gone off to the right. Let me just find out which stair is the closest stair. Hang on a second. A few seconds here, because there's thousands of people getting off here. I don't want you to stand in the middle. When we come off here, I'll stand and Kevin will stand, and we'll make sure you come around the front so you're safe into here. You walk along, it's the red steps. There's an elevator as well that goes up, it's the red you want. Okay.
going to be F5.
Set of walls on the States.